Riven Nightsong. In the trembling heart of the crystal labyrinth of echoes, the walls were made of glassy spires that sang as the wind moved through them. Riven Nightsong, the lumen whisperer, walked the maze with lanterns that held their own light, a gentle glow that traced his steps. He was a man of quiet curiosity, his eyes catching the shimmer of forgotten memories that bounced off the crystal walls, and he knew the labyrinth's secrets as a lover knows a lover's sigh. One night, a sudden, ringing pulse rippled through the labyrinth, shattering the gentle hum that had always cradled the wanderers. The echoing walls trembled, and a fragment of darkness fell like a shard, slipping through the crystal arches. It struck a quiet corner where Riven usually rested, and the light from his lantern flickered as the darkness whispered in a language no human ear could hear. The darkness was not empty. It carried a force that drained light, leaving the labyrinth's corridors cold and silent. Riven found his own breath growing thin, as though the labyrinth itself was holding its breath. The whisper of the labyrinth grew frantic, and the echo of his own footsteps turned into a chorus of desperate pleas. The stakes rose with each passing echo, and Riven sensed a forgotten guardian, bound to the labyrinth, now waking from a long slumber, angry and hungry. In that moment, Riven realized that the crystal walls were not merely walls, but a map of all the echo, as that had been whispered. He understood that the darkness was only a fragment of an old sorrow, and to free the labyrinth he must retrieve the lost light core hidden deep within the maze's heart. His goal shifted from merely surviving the echo to restoring the balance of light and dark, to become a bridge between memory and forgetting. As Riven pressed onward, the labyrinth twisted itself, forming passageways that seemed to remember his every footstep. Shadows stretched and formed figures from his past, each echo a reminder of choices long made. The labyrinth's own voice grew louder, demanding that he give up the light to save his own past. The tension grew sharp as a shard of crystal, and the lumen whisperer felt a tug of doubt. Could he give himself, his own light, to free the maze? At the heart of the labyrinth, a vast chamber waited, its floor a mosaic of shining mirrors. The luminous core floated there, pulsing like a heartbeat surrounded by the darkness that had once been a single shard. Riven raised his lantern, and with a breath that echoed through every corridor he sang the ancient chant of the lumen whisperer. The light surged, crashing against the shadows, each note breaking the darkness forever. When the light blossomed, the darkness evaporated in a cascade of sparkling crystal dust, and the labyrinth's walls sang a sweet, newly forged anthem. The luminous core settled into Riven's palm, steady and calm, reflecting the faces of all who had walked the maze before. The labyrinth breathed new life, its echoes now melodic and gentle. Riven stood, the lumen whisperer, with his lantern now glowing in harmony with the crystal walls. Riven walked out of the labyrinth as the sun rose over the horizon, the crystals catching the first light of dawn. He knew the echoes would continue, but now they told stories of hope, not loss. The lumen whisperer felt the weight of the labyrinth settle within his heart, a reminder that even in a maze of mirrors, a single light can change the echo of a world.